beautiful day. Once again, my name is Akonte Ekine, and this is Brand Pulse Unplugged. We are on a quest to talk about the Consumer Rights Day, which is March 15, 2026. The Brand Pulse Unplugged program is focusing on consumer rights. We are talking about brand, pricing, policy, and real market experience of consumers. So our journey towards March 15th starts here with a special exercise where we'll go onto the streets with one of our members to ask some fundamental questions about the theme of the 2026 edition of the Consumer Rights Day. And what's that theme? Safe products, confident consumers. Now, the big question is, what does it even mean to Nigerians? What does it mean to the average consumer? Safe product, confident consumers. Recently a woman was on TikTok talking about her experience in the restaurant where they gave her a bill for food she consumed and then put transaction charges as part of the bill she should pay. It generated a lot of buzz online. And it brings to question, who talks about such things? Who addresses issues of that nature? Do we all have to file to FCCPC or to who do we talk to? However, the subject is safe products and confident consumers. As you, a consumer, are you that confident about the product you are buying? Do you even feel protected when you go into the marketplace? Apart from transaction transfer failures, what are the other things that goes through your mind when you are going into a market to buy something? The issue of counterfeits, fake drugs, misappropriation of pricing or overpricing. Again, there's something that is even going on. In the last 3 days, I've been buying newspapers for a particular purpose. And every time I made a purchase, my vendor doesn't have change to pay me back, to give me back change. Or 50 naira. If you buy a paper of 250, you give him 300, it never will return 50 naira. Those are things that we want us to look at. Are the Nigerian consumers conscious of safety of the products they are using? Are they even confident about what they are using? So while we'll expect you to join the conversation by sending us a message in the bio, by commenting about your experience so that we can take it to the larger society, hear what some of our fellow consumers said in a short vox pop recently.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So when you hear the word safe product, what comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind is service or an item which is available for consumption or use.
Do labels, expiry dates, regulatory mark, do they influence your buying decision?
Yes, they do.
How?
In the sense that it helps me decide whether to buy or to just let go.
Okay. Which product do you prefer the most? Is it the local ones or the imported ones?
The imported ones.
And why is that, sir?
Because I have 98% confidence in such products. I feel they are properly regulated when they are imported.
So have you ever bought a product or used a service that made you feel unsafe or disappointed in general?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you share your experience?
Okay, so I ordered something from someone, a brand online. I've never even met the brand before, but I was just checking and then I saw them. And so we're supposed to deliver on a certain day, which was like a day. Okay, let's use today as an instance. So he's supposed to deliver tomorrow, right? And then he sends my order out today. No prior notice, nothing. I just get missed calls and then I'm calling back and somebody's telling me he's a rider. And now my address had Okera Ogba. They had imputed Okera Ojuelegba. Now the rider is somewhere in Ojuelegba, telling me he's in front of my house. I'm telling him, I'm describing myself, he can't say anything like that there. I said, where are you? And tells me Ojuelegba. I'm like, no, you're to deliver to Ogba, right? And then I now text the brand, Alpha. So I get there and I see their message. I think when the guy was calling me, they sent me a message as well that your rider is on the road, on his way. And then I text them that the address you gave, you put Ojuelegba, instead of Ogba. And then the guy started telling me, oh, probably that's the rider's mistake. Probably he misplaced it on the map, yada yada yada. And then the rider is telling me that they say I have to pay for the extra charges. How?
It's their fault.
Do you get? It's here clearly. And then I said, no, please take your packet back to where you brought it from. Don't bring it to me. If you want to take that right to me, let them pay for the extra charge. Then you now charge me to bring to my house. And you know, this guy goes ahead to say that I'm hurting his feelings.
That's how.
He says, I'm hurting his feelings. That his only offense was trying to make my order come early. And I'm like, number one, you don't tell me my order is coming out today. I'm expecting my order tomorrow. You send it out today, you don't give me any prior notice. And then you send somewhere else and you tell me to take care of the bill. I mean, I'm not being too dramatic, right?
You're right in every way.
Honestly,
Every way.
he tells me, oh, I'm hurting his feelings. I shouldn't do that. And then I now go ahead to say you're a joke to humanity. And he says, back to sender. I was done at that point.
When you hear the word safe product, what comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind is save her the things that can protect me and my family. Either food, it could be water, it could be anything consumable.
The word safe product, what comes to your mind?
Okay, when you say safe products, first and first, what comes to my mind is as the name implies, safety. The kind of atmosphere whereby I can guarantee the value of the product. That what comes to my mind.
Alright. Are you always bothered about product safety before you buy your things?
Depending on the product, because a vivid example is that, let me say, if I want to get a soap now, a bathing soap, I will just get something that I'm usually used to because I've used it. But not because I was told to use it, maybe because of the name it has and the fact that I see people using it. And I've not had any negative thing about the product. But for some reason, there are atmosphere you find yourself that you become bothered about the product.
Do labels, expiry dates, regulatory marks, do they influence your buying decision?
To be honest with you, I would say generally this opinion would be that it should influence buying decision. But for me, I will not lie to you, I have to make those mistakes sometimes whereby I just buy the product and I use them. I don't even consider the, but to be more cautious and be on the more safer side, it should.
So, in a sentence, what does a confident customer mean to you?
So a confident customer for me is a person who knows what he or she wants. Though we see a scenario whereby the people that sell the product give multiple variations and the customers get confused on what they want. So, being able to describe that that's why we have a lot of ads and branding all around, billboard, to show that, okay, this is what this product is used for. So me knowing the information about this product, I'll be confident to purchase that kind of product and also be safe in what I want. So I think that's how we describe a confident customer, knowing what he wants, knowledge.
What message do you have for brands about product safety?
Product safety, that's a tricky question. Should I say brand? Well, it's true itself because brands can be wide. We have the distribution sector also, and we have B2B when they partner to each other. So a brand can actually be safe, but the logistics to deliver the product might not be safe. That's one thing. And also the brand and the logistics can be safe while maybe the customer doesn't know what he wants, the confidence. And so I would say that number one, the brand should be able to communicate their products well. One, they should be able to have a good distribution sector. There should be a good knowledge of what their product is, and there should be a good communication between them and the customer, because that can actually disrupt.
You need to know what the customer wants.
Yeah, that communication when they want to deliver the product, especially there should be communication. I fear mostly on Jumia when they're trying to deliver my product, or Temu. I've never purchased anything from Temu before because I don't trust them.
Same here.
And my dad actually purchased from them and they gave him a funny product.
Yeah, fake.
That kind of fake actually. So that fear, and also Jimmy, I've tried them multiple times. They deliver, but I know situation. There are some places they can't reach, and I was just like, let me just go myself to the mall and get it myself. So I think that communication should be there. That information, let me know what you can do and how much I can trust you. So I think
So, just that moment where you think that you know it or you've seen it all, you have heard from consumers like us, and you are a consumer. You are a consumer yourself. It is important that you exercise your rights in those little spaces that you find yourself. What do we mean? The right to be safe, the right to be addressed properly, the right for redress, the right for refund. We see all sorts of things these days. We hear people tell you things like, once you buy, you can't refund. No. The law says an average consumer has a right to refund based on his experience. We don't want to join issue with the public. We just want you to know that it is your right to be heard, and it is your right to be served appropriately when you go into a transaction. I wish all of us a fantastic Consumer Rights Day.